Welcome to all. Today, we know that our whole world and our country is suffering from COVID-19. Our government, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, declared a lockdown from 23rd March. From 23rd March, India is total under lockdown. It is because it is a preventive measure to control a disease COVID-19. We know that COVID-19 is unmedicined, or there is still no medicine to cure this disease, and therefore it is very dangerous. Various peoples are expired in various regions of the countries of the world. India also suffering from the same. To control this disease, we are taking lot of efforts. Our scientists are also taking lot of research and taking lot of efforts to cover this disease. Only one key or only one solution is there to control this disease, and the name of that key is the medicine. Unless and until we cannot get the medicine, we cannot cure or diagnose, or we cannot treat this disease. So this much importance is a medicine is deserved. This medicine, in scientific word, it is also called as drug. Today we are going to see the same topic related to that word, and that is drug. So students, there is no necessity to tell or explain the necessity of drug in current situation. We all of good aware of the importance of the medicine in today's life. From 23rd March, we come to know that what is the importance of drug. Various diseases like plague and malaria also causes lot of disasters in previous years. But because of no medicine, coronavirus, COVID-19, going very dangerously. And therefore, we have to take, or we have to learn about the drug or medicine to treat such a types of diseases. In this topic, pharmaceutical, we are going to see a detailed study of drug. Definition of drug. Drug is defined as, there is no general or no specific definition for the drug. The definition of drug is not specific, but in general ways, drugs can be defined such as a chemical substance especially designed for prevent, treat and cure or diagnose the disease is called as drug. Means drug works a different drugs works in different ways. First, it treat also, second, it prevent also, third one, it cure also, and last one, it diagnose also. So this much multifunction properties are carried by a drug. Penicillin is very well known drug discovered by Alexander Fleming. Next point is classification of drugs. Drugs are classified into two main classes. First is functional drug, and second one is chemotherapeutic agent. Functional drugs means these drugs have specific function, or they can work on specific function of human body, like blood circulation, respiration, growth, etc. One example, whenever we suffering from fever, we take a tablet of paracetamol, due to which our body temperature is reduces. It is because it only increases the blood pressure or circulation rate of the blood, due to which blood is transferred fastly in whole body, due to which temperature is decreased due to because of natural condensation process. Such a type of drug is called as functional drug. It has specific function, and therefore definition of functional drug is: this drug depresses various physiological function like blood circulation, respiration, growth, etc. On the other hand, chemotherapeutic agent means the drug have specific or particular action on corresponding viruses. These drugs are used in the treatment of infections or treatment of diseases. These drugs are used to block multiplications of pathogens. Example: viruses, fungi, bacteria, etc. For example, these drugs are also used for the several infections. When climate is changed, we suffer from some viral diseases like cold, cough, temperature. When we suffer from such a kind of diseases, some antibiotics are given by doctor. These antibiotics are included in chemotherapeutic agent. Next point is functional drugs. Functional drugs are again classified into 7 types. In that, first one is central nervous system drugs. These are also called as CNS drugs. Second one, analgesics. Third one, antipyretics. Fourth one, antihistamine agent. Fifth one, anti-diabetics. Sixth one, anti-inflammatory drugs. And last 7, most important, cardiac drugs. Cardiac drugs means those which are used to cure cardiac diseases or which prevent cardiac diseases are called as cardiac functional drugs. Anti-diabetics drugs, which is used for the diabetic patient. So these are the classification of some functional drugs. In next topic, we are deeply studied some functional drugs. Next, chemotherapeutic agent. Drugs are classified into 2 types. In that, first one, functional drugs, we have already seen, and the second one is chemotherapeutic agent. Chemotherapeutic agent is again classified into 8 subclasses. In that, first one is antiviral agent, second one is anti-neoplastic agent, third one antiseptic and disinfectant, fourth one antifungal agent, fifth one anti-malarials, sixth one antibacterial drugs, 7 anthelmintic drugs, and last one antimyobic agent. In that, anti-malarials are the drugs which are used to cure malaria. Antibacterial drugs are used to action across the bacteria. Antiseptic, we are well known about antiseptic agents and disinfectants. Okay, in next points we are going to see the deep points regarding with this antiseptic and disinfectant. Now a very important question and very important point: qualities of ideal drugs. What is ideal drug? Or if we are going to synthesize or design a drug, then what are the properties should be present in that? That properties are: first, its action should be localized at the site where it is required to act. Means its action should be localized, specific. Second, it should be safe, efficient and cost effective. This is most important point through the virtue of economical views. Third, it should be bactericidal than bacteriostatic. Fourth, it should not induce resistance. Means what? Whenever we take medicine or whenever we use some chemical against bacteria, that bacteria gets habit of that corresponding medicine and it does not kill again with that corresponding medicine or chemical. It is called as resistance. So we also take in mind that the drug which we are going to synthesize or design, which cannot increase resistance in corresponding viruses or bacteria. Okay. Fifth one, its antimicrobial action should be selective and effective. It is also very important. It should be safe for longer period. Various patients have to take medicine for longer time, but some chemicals have side effects whenever they are taking in longer times. So our medicine should be safe for longer period of time, and therefore patient can take it for longer time. Last one, it should be stable. What is mean by stability of the drugs? That is, it should be stable, means its chemical form, its chemical structure, or its chemical constituent cannot be changed after a time. It should be stable for 6 months or 1 year. Next, we are going to see a very important point, that synthesis of ethambutal. The synthesis of ethambutal is very important point through the virtue of examination. It is frequently asked in semester for 5 marks under the title of Explain the synthesis of ethambutal. Ethambutal is a anti-tubercular drug. Tuberculosis is well known as disease TB, and for that this drug is used. The synthesis of this ethambutal is carried out in 3 steps. In first step, nitropropane reacts with formaldehyde in presence of base like NaOH, KOH, and undergoes in Newengel condensation reaction and form 2-nitrobutane-1-OL. The Newengel condensation takes place at active methylene compound because of NO2 is electron withdrawing group, and therefore we get 2-nitrobutane-1-OL. In second step, reduction of nitro group takes place. We know that reduction of nitro group means conversion of NO2 to NH2. In this step, 2-nitrobutane-1-OL is converted by Fe in HCl to 2-aminobutane-1-OL. In this, only nitro group is converted into NH2. Small change but very important. Nitrogen loses oxygen and gained hydrogen, therefore this process is also called as reduction of nitro group. In step 3, formation of ethambutal takes place. In this step, 2 moles of 2-aminobutane-1-OL combines with 1,2-dichloroethane, and a combination of these 3 molecules takes place by eliminating 2 molecules of HCl, hydrochloric acid, and we get ethambutal. This is the final product. If question is asked for 5 marks, explain the synthesis of ethambutal, you have to write all these steps. I revise again all the 3 steps. First step, Newengel condensation, in which active methylene compound reacts with aldehyde in presence of base to gives 2-nitrobutanol. In second step, reduction takes place, nitro group is converted into NH2, and in last step, combination of 3 moles of 2 moles of 2-aminobutanol and 1 mole of 1,2-dichloroethane takes place, and at the last we get ethambutal. Use of ethambutal is, it is anti-tubercular drug. Next, second, synthesis of phenobarbital. It is also frequently asked question for Shivaji University Kolhapur. It is also asked for 5 marks. Phenobarbital is also called as phenobarbital because ketone is present in this molecule, in this drug. Phenobarbital is a CNS drug which is very important for central nervous system. In the synthesis of phenobarbital, the first step is formation of diethyl phenyl malonate, in which diethyl carbonate reacts with benzyl cyanide. Condensation takes place in which ethanol is eliminated and we get first compound, which is again reacts with H2SO4 and undergoes in hydrolysis, and in second step it is reacts with ethanol in HCl. In this process we get diethyl phenyl malonate as a product. Slightly difficult step, but if you remember the starting material, it can be easy. Step second, we already synthesized diethyl phenyl malonate, which is undergoes in Wood's reaction in second step. It reacts with ethyl bromide, and in presence of sodium and dry ether, it gives complex third. Okay, Wood's reaction takes place, higher alkane is going to form, and we get third compound. In step third, this third compound and urea combines together and we get final product phenobarbital, which is our drug. I also explained previously it is used as a CNS drug, hence it is very important drug. The 3D structure of phenobarbital is very nice. It looks like a doll. Sometimes also we heard the name of Barbie doll, and the design of this drug looks like a Barbie doll. In this figure, three-dimensional structure of phenobarbital is given. Okay. Third one, isoniazide. It is very simple and antibacterial drug. It is not asked in examination previous. In previous examination it is not asked, but then also it is very important. In synthesis, the first step is formation of isonicotinic acid. In this, first reactant 4-methylpyridine is taken and oxidation of that 4-methylpyridine is carried out in presence of KMNO4 or K2Cr2O7. Any oxidizing agent you can use here. We know that CH3 methyl group on oxidation gives COH, and therefore we get isonicotinic acid. In second step, isonicotinic acid is converted into ester, and therefore this step second is also called as formation of ester. In step second, isonicotinic acid in presence of ethanol and HCl undergoes in esterification and gives ester of corresponding isonicotinic acid, and in last step it reacts with hydrazine in presence of ethanol and we get isoniazide as a final product. This is very important and very interesting synthesis of drugs. So in this lecture we have studied what is meant by drug, classification of drug, what are the ideal or what is the properties of ideal drugs, then synthesis of ethambutal, second one synthesis of phenobarbital, and last one the synthesis of isoniazide. These all are very important points through the virtue of examination and through the virtue of future also. In future, various of our students are interested in pharmaceutical. If they get job in pharmaceutical, mostly in interviews these questions are asked, and therefore it is very important topic for future. Thank you to all of you.